And before we move forward on to next things, I did want to mention two quick things, and you can counteract them, or you can mention some stuff of your own. One, first and foremost, thank the gods above that Bryce Young is finally done. Um, whether that be for just a week to get his mind right, or whether that be for the rest of his life to go work at Chick-fil-A. Thank God, because he looked
Ooh.
horrible and he continues to look horrible, and so do the Panthers. So I hope he stays on the sideline and thinks about what he did as a miniature midget,
Oh my
because
fucking god.
over there in Cardinal land, the other midget looks like an absolute stud.
I do have an extremely hot take. And one thing I will say, I do think it was smart to bench him. But I think that Bryce Young is getting too much hatred than what he should. Purely because if you look at his team the past 2 years, obviously he had Adam Thielen last year. But the poor kid has maybe, I'm saying maybe 2.5 seconds to throw the ball. Maybe a little less than that. He's running, he doesn't have time to set his feet. He's constantly running outside of the pocket, which at Alabama, he wasn't running out of the pocket and throwing the ball. He was staying stationary in the pocket and throwing it. It's You need to help the kid out. You cannot put him. Can't put him in a situation with that bad of a team.
No argument that the Carolina Panthers are by far the worst team. They're basically an AFL team. I think they're maybe even be worse than an AFL team, but Jesus, Bryce Young, in my opinion, is dookie. And
I,
and when you watch it, it kind of shows, at least the last couple of weeks. And sure, that can attest to having a horrible team around you and running for your dear life. But and maybe I'm wrong, and I know you mentioned this in our last podcast when we were together. He had a good game, last year against Green Bay, but he hasn't shown anything to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I could be wrong. He has not shown any flashes, no promises. He's not even taking into his own hands. He's just running around back there like a chicken with his head cut off. Uh, I think the benching is the best thing for the Carolina Panthers, and definitely, to your point, it's definitely the best thing for him at this moment. He'll get a reset, go back in there in a few weeks, and maybe clear his head and maybe come out playing better.
Because I mean, the kid has a lot of talent. I know he does have a lot of talent. He could throw the ball. Just me personally, I just think you can't put a quarterback like there's no reason why last year he should have started week 1. I don't. That's the one thing I don't like how coaches are doing that, throwing these young quarterbacks into the fucking playing field instantly. Let them watch a veteran play, see how they play, practice, study the system, and then play. Do what they did with Mahomes. Look how Mahomes turned out. He's a fucking obviously he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Like I don't even think I was gonna say
Of course,
potential.
and you know what? It's all Alex Smith.
Yeah, which is crazy, and it also helps because they have a great coach. They had a great coach.